7 years ago, on this field, the Patriots lost a chance for an undefeated season. This time, Bill Belichick wasn't asking his players to be perfect. He just wanted them to do their job.
There's no mystery here, fellas. It's trusting each other and everybody doing their job.
Maybe the one word that isn't in that sentence that's implied but not stated is do your job well. Take care of the 1 or 2, 3 things that we've emphasized all week, we'll be okay. Our main focus was to keep Wilson in the pocket, not letting him run and make plays with his feet.
Make sure we do our job on Wilson.
Whether it be running or extending plays, make him throw, from the well with guys around him.
Something we preach, something we work really hard at doing. We had a day in practice down there at Arizona where we, I thought we were going to have to throw IVs at a bunch of the guys. We brought a couple backup quarterbacks down there to just run around and work on not allowing him to reverse field and change direction.
Making sure we're not, past the quarterback. We got to keep him in front of us. We don't want them to rush timid or slow. We want them to be able to rush, but they have to be able to rush controlled and with the understanding that at some point this play turns into a run.
That's perfect. And then he's hopping, doesn't really know where to go. No clean read. Good hands, good leverage, good pad level. Good job on the quarterback.
In the first half, Russell Wilson completed just 4 passes and ran for only 39 yards in the game. As far as the Patriots' offensive game plan, there were 3 points of emphasis.
Number 1, offensively, we had to block a fabulous player, Bennett, number 72. The truth is, we didn't really block him all day. Tom just did a great job getting rid of the ball.
The only guy that's given us any trouble is 72.
Nobody's been able to block Michael Bennett all night.
Good hit, 72.
Number 2, don't run vertical routes, run moving routes, crossing routes.
Don't let me get quick on you.
Force their defense to cover our quickness.
Patriots using those quick wide receivers and just trying to find a way to run between defenders.
Brady has blood to his left, a play fake to Gary. Quick throw. Underneath, touchdown Patriots! Yeah!
And 3, recognize the difference between man and zone, whether that's by formation or by motion or pre-snap read, whatever it is.
The best example of that came in the Patriots' final drive of the first half, when they devised a way to isolate Rob Gronkowski.
They had played a few snaps in that drive of man coverage, and because they had done that a few times, we called a play we use in 2 minutes.
Gun trigger left wide.
But we just did it from a formation that put Gronkowski by himself.
Yeah, single, ready? You gotta go.
It was one of those things where you're rolling the dice. I hope they play man coverage.
Gronk flexed out to the near side right.
Now, if they didn't play man coverage, it was going to be Sherman over there on him, and the ball would have probably gone somewhere else. When we broke the huddle and Sherman came over to the other side of the field and Wright walked out on him, I think everybody on our sideline knew where the ball was going to go.
He lobs it to the right side for Gronkowski. Has a step, has a touchdown!
A linebacker, bump and run on a 6'6" tight end all day long, baby.
Wiggler is back in the lead.
But the lead wouldn't last, and in the fourth quarter, the Patriots trailed by 10 points.
Hey, we've been in worse situations than this, huh? Come on now.
I never worry because we have Tom Brady, the ninja. Bottom line is, you give him time, he'll make things happen. Nobody's better.
Lead us, baby. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Tom. Play fake to Blunt. Shuffles left. Fires back to the end zone. Touchdown, New England! Danny Amendola!
Fight! That's what makes you guys what you are. A continuous fight. Keep going. We got a lot of football to play. All right? Guys are making plays because you're giving them a chance.
The Patriots had a great chance to score on the play prior to Danny Amendola's touchdown.
Watch this one. In, stop on a dime, back out, could not be more wide open, and Brady missed the throw.
Jules had him, and Tommy just missed it. You know, we scored, came to the sideline. I think everybody felt the same way. Let's call that again, you know. Yeah, Tommy definitely said, hey, come back to that.
Great call. Come back to that again.
Tom Brady and the Patriots looking for a fourth quarter drive to take the lead here at Super Bowl 49.
Hey, we need a big championship drive. That's what we need.
In a quarter in which he completed 13 of 15 passes for 124 yards, Brady's final throw came on a play he had already run.
Top short drop, looks left, throws for Edelman, touchdown!
Worked brilliantly before, Brady missed the pass, come right back to it, and Edelman gets it done.
But it was a play he and his teammates had never practiced.
That play was put in the night before in a ballroom in a walkthrough setting.
Hey, what up, buddy? How's everything?
Good, you?
Sometimes what we do is if we're going to add something on a Saturday night, we don't even make a big deal out of it. We say, hey, guys, you know, we're going to add this, and our guys are tremendous. They don't flinch. It's, okay, you got it.
Having the courage to draw up a play at the 11th hour might win you a Super Bowl. But as the Patriots know all too well, it's the plays no one could ever imagine that can lose you one.
Russell in the pocket. Russell for Curse, and that's broken up again. And, did he wind up with a football?
I saw the ball go up. I thought Malcolm deflected it, and it was incomplete. That was my first reaction.
I see it batted, and I feel great. Boom, it got knocked up. And then I look, and I don't see the ball bouncing around on the ground, and I think, did he just catch that?
He caught it! He caught it! He caught the ball! Unreal! A catch by Curse on the carom, with the ball knocked away by Butler.
Man. When the Curse catch happened, down the same end of the field where the Tyree catch happened, it was history. Unfortunately, appears to be repeating itself.
Yeah, here we go again.
Here we go again.
In this place again.
Your heart stopped. I can't believe this.
Holy crap, like that actually happened? Can you believe this?
I just said, oh, we have no effing luck.
And at that point, you're really hoping, Tom, I think, said it, you know, defense gotta make a play.
D's got to make a play.
I think Butler hit it.
So he breaks up the play. It's still not on the ground. It's still not on the ground. It's still, well, look at that.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, yo.
What's really crazy is that Malcolm Butler was even on the field at this stage of Super Bowl 49.
They benched 25. They benched him. 21 in.
In the second half, the rookie free agent from West Alabama, who had no interceptions and 4 passes defended during the regular season, replaced nickel corner Kyle Arrington.
You know, I think Kyle's a streaky player. You know, when he gets going good, he can really be good, like in Baltimore and covering, you know, T.Y. Hilton. And then sometimes when they catch a couple on him, then he just doesn't play his technique, maybe overthinks it a little bit, sometimes plays a little conservative.
The Patriots cannot cover him.
He can't guard you. He can't guard you. They don't got an answer.
The answer was to move Brandon Browner into coverage on number 13, Chris Matthews, who caught just 1 pass for 9 yards after the change.
Malcolm came in and basically covered Curse for most of the second half.
We knew they were going to come after him, which they did right away.
3rd and 2 from the New England 47.
Here comes the rub. There's Malcolm. You know, it's 3rd and 2. There's the rub. We're beat, and now he's trailing. They're going to go at him right now. You know, just a great execution, great job of coming through. Pulls the arm right there. You know, brings the other arm around and makes sure the ball's out.
Butler made another big play on Seattle's final drive.
Can you imagine what this rookie's thinking? And he could not have played this better.
But none of his heroics seemed to matter after Curse's catch.
1st and goal at the 5. 1:06 to play. Russell under center. He hands to Lynch. He goes left. He pounds it down the line.
Unbelievable play by Hightower. Unbelievable play.
The most unsung, but the biggest play of the Super Bowl.
From up in the box, I mean, it looks wide open. I mean, it was wide open. I remember texting him 2 days later. I said, have you seen this play? I said, how in the world did you do this? He bench presses Okung off of him, and he tackles Lynch with his shoulder.
And now New England has to think about taking a timeout.
When he got down there, I thought about the timeout. I knew they only had one timeout left. And when I looked over there, I don't know, something just didn't look right. They started on, and they started off, and now...
Hey, you're out.
However many seconds had gone by, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm not going to take them off the hook here by taking the timeout. If they want to use it, let them use it. And Matt said, do you want the timeout?
You want to call the timeout? Do you not want to call the timeout? It was a very lonely moment for me because he wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't even look at me. He was just kind of staring across the field. The clock is running.
People were saying stuff up in the box, asking, were we going to take a timeout? I'd say, Bill, they're wondering about a timeout. He said, yeah, I got it. And you could see it when you watch the rewind or whatever. You could see Bill doing that, which is amazing. That's, again, the genius. He said, yep, I got it. Like we were in the meeting room right now.
I said, no, just play goal line.
They're going goal line.
We have different goal line packages. If they had one receiver out there, we'd have one corner in the game. If they had two receivers out there, we'd have two corners in the game. If they had three, like they did on that last play, then we've put three corners out there.
It was the first time we were in that personnel group all year. The situation had never come up where we needed to use it in a game until that very last play of the season. Thank God we had it.
We spent a lot of time talking about it, and as a coach, and I guess as a young coach, you think it's never going to come up. And then here it is, the biggest game of our lives. Thankfully, Bill's a forward thinker, and no stone goes unturned. We were all ready for it.
Josh, I remember him chiming in on the headset, Flo, send Malcolm, and Flo turning around and yelling, Malcolm, go.
Malcolm, go!
Malcolm was in for Kyle during the game, so Malcolm had to go in, for Kyle at that point in the game.
Let's go, Locke. Let's go.
What's funny is if you look at the play, Browner is having a conversation with Malcolm, and he's telling him exactly what he's going to do. I'm going to jam this guy, and then, we told Malcolm, just go.
If you remember, Malcolm's matchup was really Curse, but Browner had seen enough of those pick routes. He anticipated what was coming as well as Malcolm. So he was like, let me get up here and jam the point, you go. Malcolm had seen that in practice.
Butler had seen it in practice. He just didn't stop it.
The inside receiver got off the line and up into the end zone. Malcolm didn't really have enough awareness for the play, so he had to go all the way around behind the receiver and the defensive back, and there was just too much space. It was an easy touchdown. So the coaching point was, if they're close enough together, then you've got to be ready to get over the top, and the defender on the inside guy's got to jam him so that he can't pick the corner going over the top.
The fact that the Patriots were even practicing against this play was a credit to Ernie Adams.
Ernie would diagram plays that either he thought that they might run against us or that he had seen from a previous game.
We put all these plays on cards, so our scout team offense, they can just come up, we'll show them this card. You're going to win or lose games at practice. I mean, there is no such thing as being a game day player. You see situations come up on the practice field, you've worked on it, you know what it takes. When it comes up in the game, because you're trained, you're seasoned, you've seen it, you react to make the play.
Second down and goal from the 1.
Seattle down 4, but on the verge of the lead. And it's intercepted! Intercepted by Butler! What happened? Overlapped it, undercut the route.
He saw the pick play coming. He did his homework, and he fired his shot and made the play of the year.
Browner really had a lot to do with that play because he jammed the inside receiver and never got off the line of scrimmage. And Malcolm anticipated the play that he didn't anticipate as well in practice.
I wish I could say that everything we did worked out as well as that. Obviously it doesn't, but we do try to make sure we're ready for anything that's going to come up on a Sunday.
So much work went into that. I mean, I can't tell you how many guys got that same route. Jamie had it twice in practice. Chung had it about 2 times in practice. Malcolm had it twice. We went through it with everybody.
Matt Patricia's in the middle of it, kind of doesn't know what's going on, is somewhere in disbelief to concerned that it isn't real and is screaming, "We're all right? We good? We're good, right? We're good." I'm like, "Yeah, Matt, we're good, man. We're good." He caught it. He caught it.
I had to gather myself. I didn't want to have a heart attack out there, but I tell you what, it was awesome. Just flat out awesome.
It was a feeling unlike any I've ever had, I can tell you that.
You're not going to have that feeling that many times in life in general. And I remember turning around and I saw Tom's face. He looked like a child.
Oh my God! We did it, John! We did it! Oh, that's awesome, man! I love it!
I know how hard he works and how much time he puts in. To see him respond and react like that was worth it. That was awesome.
To see those guys come through and make a play like that in that situation, in as much stress and pressure as you can possibly imagine, I mean, I don't think you really could be any prouder.
They were denied perfection 7 years ago. They're going to cap the 2014 season with a perfect ending.
You dream about that happening as a coach. To actually realize it was happening is surreal. This is cool, You're like, I'll remember this forever.
I told the defense back in training camp, I described to them what I felt the first time I held the Lombardi Trophy. With the exception of holding my 2 kids the first time they were born. It's probably the most vivid memory I have. And I stood in front of them, talked about the weight of it. It's top heavy.
It's heavy now! It's heavy at the top! Hold that trophy, bro!
It's gonna be really dirty. There's gonna be fingerprints all over it. You're gonna kiss it anyways because you don't care.
Let me kiss it!
You're bonded for life with that win. That's a family atmosphere. That's what makes it so special, and that's why you got a bunch of guys running out there telling you they love each other.
I love you, man.
You did it, bro. I love you. I love you.
Bro, I love you too, man. Yeah.
It was raw. It was real.
Love you guys. I love you too. Love you guys. The champs, baby.
And I think it was unique for other people to see it, although it wasn't unique for us to hear it.
I love it, buddy.
We have gone well past, I'm too proud to tell somebody I love them.
Love you, man.
It's okay to tell the guy next to you, if you really believe it, that, man, I love you, I'll do anything for you. And that's what they have here. And that's why the New England Patriots win football games.
I want to thank the great coaching staff, the players, because we are all Patriots. And tonight, once again, the Patriots are world champions.
It's a team that cares about each other. There's a lot of love for each other. We've sacrificed a lot for each other, and happy for all of them. Very happy for all of them.
Great job.
What a win.
Great job.
It took
We're the
every
best,
second.
buddy. You damn right.
Way to go. I'm so happy for you.
You too. I'm happy for you.
I think that shows you how unselfish he is. And again, it's just another great demonstration of how tremendous a leader he actually is. Because in the heat of the moment, there's a lot of people that want to take credit for things.
Did you ever think you were going to get your hands on another one of those, Coach?
Sure did with these guys. We got a great team. We got a lot of great players. I love these guys.
And here he is deflecting it totally onto the people that deserved it the most.
Thanks for doing this for me.
You gave me the best year of my life.
You know what? You guys went out there and won it. player's game.
I'd do anything for you, Coach. I'd do anything for you.
They're the ones who make it possible. The game's between the lines. They have to make the plays. They carry the fortunes of the team with them, with their decisions, with their execution, and it's hard. It's hard. The short amount of time that they have to make so many critical decisions on every single play, that's why pro football players are pro football players. I have all the respect in the world for those guys that can do that. My high school coach, I'll never forget him talking about how players win them and coaches lose them, and there's a lot of truth to that.
The real truth is that this coach and this team won together because each man did his job.
In the end, that's the feeling that I want all of us to have, is if I go out there and do my job, I'm very confident in the guys beside me doing theirs. Let me go out there and do the best job I can do it, what I have to do, then that's my contribution to the team.